that subscribe button. Is there something on my lip? An online training coach, an online What's up, everybody? Thanks so much for clicking on my video. If you're not new here, welcome back. And if you are new here, my name is Alicia and I am a certified and degreed personal trainer, and I post videos on everything related to fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Is there something on my lip? So today we are going to be discussing how to structure your lower body session. I'm going to be breaking each part into sections. I'll put timestamps below so that it's easier to navigate just in case you want to go to something specific. For a lower body, upper body split, you can either implement a 4-day split or a 5-day split. Now, what the 4-day split would look like, it can be 2 lower body days, 2 upper body days. Okay, so let's say day 1, lower body, day 2, upper body, day 3, lower body, day 4, upper body. Or you can also do a lower body, lower body, and a full body. And then if you're going to do 5 days, then you can do 3 lower body days, 2 upper body days, or you can do 2 upper, 2 lower, 1 full. The best split is going to be the split that you personally can adhere to. If you cannot consistently adhere to the split that you are doing, it does not matter what split it is. Okay, so make sure that you pick a realistic split that you can personally adhere to. If you can only go to the gym 3 days a week, then implement either lower body, upper body, full body, or 3 full body days. Okay, if you can only go twice, 2 full body days. And for me and my clients, I implement 4 full body days. I will again do another video on that. But again, there's no perfect split. It is just based on what you can adhere to and what you can consistently do week after week, month after month, year after motherfucking year. Okay, so section 1, exercise selection. I'm going to be referring to my notes so I stay on topic and I don't babble because your girl can talk. First, you want to determine what your focus of your lower body session will be. If it's going to be a glute focused lower body session, or is it going to be a quad focus, hamstring focused, or leg focused? You have to determine that first before you structure your lower body session. So for this video purpose, I'm going to be doing a glute focus and a quad focus. Now, how you also want to go about this is determining whether you are quad dominant or whether you are glute dominant. That could also help you determine your exercise order, which I will talk about later. So determine that, and then you can go ahead and choose the type of exercises that you're going to want to implement into your lower body session. So now we're at section 2, which is going to be movement patterns and positions worked. You can either program by utilizing movement patterns or the muscle being worked in a shortened or lengthening positions. The patterns that you want to implement into your lower body session, if you're going to be glute focused, is going to be bridging pattern, your knee dominant pattern, and that's going to include squats and or lunges. So you can either break it up or you can just group it into knee dominant patterns. A hinging pattern, as well as any accessories. So glute med focused movement. And if that's quad focused, an accessory can be something like leg extension or something of that sort. So movements that get worked in the shortened position is going to be hip thrusts, glute bridges, 45-degree hyper, etc. So movements that are going to be worked in the lengthened position when the muscle is being stretched, that's going to be your RDLs, your lunges, your squats, etc. Now we're going to move on to section 3, which is exercise order. You want to make sure that you are not overdoing it. You do not need 9+ exercises within one session. First of all, you're going to be there dumb long, and it's really not going to be beneficial to you. If you can get past 6 lower body exercises and then add more, there's no way you're working hard enough. Okay, so make sure that your intensity is there. Make sure that you're pushing your sets, pushing yourself with each exercise, because if you are, there is just no way you're going to be able to get past 6 exercises. Okay, so keep the exercises within 3 to 6 exercises max. Okay, next you're going to want to make sure that you are determining which exercise that you want to focus on first, working your strength, and you're trying to push your strength and the one that you were really trying to improve on. Okay, so these are mainly going to be your main barbell movements if you were including those. This is going to be very dependent what your goals are. So if your goal is strength and hypertrophy, so more of a power building, you're going to want to make sure you have both, like I do. If your goal is straight hypertrophy, then I don't want to say that you can kind of kick the barbell moves to the side, but you don't have to do the main barbell lifts just for hypertrophy reasons. You do not have to. You do not have to do any exercise. There are multiple variations for every movement pattern, and you can just choose the one that works for you the best, okay? So there's not one exercise that you have to do. Yes, there are movements that hit a certain muscle better than other movements, but it is very independent based on the individual, okay? Let's say that if you're doing a kind of a power building type of programming where you're pushing strength sets, but you're also making sure that you are getting some hypertrophy work in there, you're gonna wanna make sure that the first 1 to 2 exercises that you do are going to be the exercise that you're really trying to push strength with, okay? That you're really trying to improve on. So for me personally, if I was gonna do a lower body, upper body split, or when I did do a lower body, upper body split, I had my barbell squats for day 1. I had my barbell squats prior to any other movement, simply because that is a movement that I really wanted to improve on with my strength. And then I would follow that up with barbell hip thrusts. My barbell hip thrusts, you can either do it, again, you can do it first, you can do it second. That's completely dependent on you and what you want to focus on in that specific day. For me personally, if I did my hip thrust prior to my squats would not be as strong. But if I did my squats prior to my hip thrusts weren't negatively affected by it. So again, it's going to be completely dependent on you. You're then going to follow up with some compound or accessory isolation movements. I like to do my main barbell movements first, and then I'm going to do my compound hypertrophy movements. So that's where I'm going to implement more of the glute bridges, more of the RDLs, lunges, etc. after my big main lifts. So your strength movements, 1 to 2 exercises. Compound hypertrophy movements follows that, again, 1 to 2 exercises. And then you can implement your accessory and isolation work after. Again, 1 to 2 movements. Now for reps and sets. It is recommended that you have 10 plus sets per muscle group per week. Now this can definitely vary your lifting experience. If you are a beginner lifter, then kind of stay with the 10 sets per week. If you are more advanced, you can increase that, obviously. But it's gonna be really tailored to. So for your main strength lifts, you can implement anywhere from 3 to 5 sets per session. Now for your compound movements, after your strength movements, you can implement anywhere from 3 to 4. How I program myself is I do my main lifts. So for example, my barbell squats, barbell deadlifts, barbell hip thrusts, standing press, etc. Those movements I implement 4 sets, and then everything else I implement 3 sets. And then for rep ranges, it's going to be completely dependent on what you are focusing on. So if your focus is on strength, then the rep ranges, you're going to want to stick to the lower end side, so anywhere from the 1 to 6 rep range. And then for hypertrophy, you're going to want to do anywhere from 6 to 12, even to 15 reps for hypertrophy. And if you're doing both, then I would just simply implement certain rep ranges for certain movement patterns, and then the other rep ranges for the other movement patterns that you are focusing on hypertrophy with. I'm going to do an example of this in the next section. So this is going to be section 5, so putting everything all together. Now I'm going to put everything on the screen so you guys can see it, but I'm also going to read it off as well. This is going to be an example of a day 1 and a day 2 lower body glute focus session, and then I'm also going to put a quad focus lower body session. First exercise can be a barbell squat, and you can do that for 3 to 4 sets of 3 to 8 reps. Then next is going to be a barbell glute bridge on a bench, also known as cos glute bridge or end range hip thrust. And you can do that for 3 sets of 6 to 12 reps. And then next is going to be a dumbbell RDL, and you can do this for also 3 sets of 6 to 12 reps. And then the last one's going to be a 45-degree hyper, and you can do that for 3 sets for anywhere from 12 to 20 reps. Now for day 2, what you can implement is a barbell hip thrust. And with the barbell hip thrust, you can have 3 to 4 sets of anywhere from 3 to 12. Next, you can implement a glute focused leg press, and that can be done with 3 sets of 6 to 12 reps. Next, you can implement a dumbbell single leg RDL, and this can be done for 3 sets to 6 to 12 reps. And then the next one can be rear foot elevated split squat, and that can also be done for 3 sets of 6 to 12 reps. And then you can end it with a glute med kickback, and that can be done with 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 15 reps. Now for quad focused, you can do a barbell squat for 3 to 4 sets of 3 to 8. And then you can implement a barbell glute bridge on a bench, or again, cos glute bridge and range hip thrust, anywhere from 3 sets to 6 to 12. And then you can implement a rear foot elevated split squat, but with a heel elevation. So you can put a plate underneath your heel of the front foot and have your torso more upright, which will make it more quad focused. And then you can implement a dumbbell RDL, and then your accessory movement, a leg extension for 3 sets of 10 to 15 or to failure. So that is all I have for today, and I hope that was very crisp and clear and very cut to the point. I didn't want to make it too long. I hope that this video helps you structure your lower body sessions. And if you enjoyed this video, please do not hesitate to hit the like button and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel for more videos such as this one. Again, I post every single week on Thursdays, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you are notified when I post another video. If you're interested in coaching by me, please visit my website right here, brownsexfitness.com, and fill out an inquiry on my online training page or my in-person training page if you are in the Lehigh Valley or Jersey area. And please comment down below any other videos that you would like to see from me. And with that, peace out.